there seems to be like a nostalgia thing happening more than ever right now, where like, the 90s is back, and we're so obsessed with nostalgia. I think they said like there's some cute saying like nostalgia pays. I can't remember what it is.
Who wants to be in the present right now?
Yeah.
Not with all the meds Tyler's on.
It's great here, guys. I'm having a great time. I don't know what everyone's talking about.
Am I right?
Yeah. It's great.
Catherine Reitman is here, and this is the first time we're meeting, so we get to break the ice here on here. So, and you're kind of quizzing me about the format of the show, but we always start the show with confessions.
Confessions?
Yeah.
Okay, like I pee in the shower kind of thing?
Yeah, or whatever you feel like you want to open up about.
Oh, I have to start with a confession?
Yeah.
So I drive here for an hour and then I open with revealing something about myself?
Yeah.
Trying to think. I mean, well, I do pee in the shower.
You do pee in the, well, I mean.
It's the warm water hits the body. What are you going to do? What am I, saint?
Exactly.
What am I?
I don't see the stigma with that.
Okay, not much of a reveal?
No, I mean, that's perfectly fine.
I would say my happiest, and I think most mothers would say their happiest is when they're like with their children, Christmas morning type of thing, breakfast in bed on Mother's Day. While those moments are beautiful, I would say my happiest moment is alone in a hotel bed.
Oh.
Yeah. That to me is true peace. Is that a decent reveal?
I get it. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, are your kids going to watch this? And how are they going to feel?
I think they're going to be like, me too, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If I have my iPad.
Yeah. Today is take your sick daughter to work day for me. So my daughter's here with the iPad. So
I know I met your beautiful daughter who somehow looks 16.
Yeah, it's all right. So so I have to watch what I say because she's
it'd be cool, man.
Yeah, I gotta.
You have to be like, for me, it's Father's Day all the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Christmas morning only.
Yeah, those are the best.
Can I just say we agree over here at the hotel.
Yeah.
Statement, especially like the channels that they have on. It's like comfort, you know.
It's true, and for those of us who don't have regular TV anymore,
exactly.
You're like, oh, commercials. There's a comfort to commercials.
NCIS is on all day long.
It's
you know,
true.
it's just
Yeah, show me The Simpsons and like the Friends reruns where I can just sort of turn my brain off and just like let myself go limp.
With the room at 60 degrees.
With the room at 60 degrees. You, sir, and I have a lot in common. Keep it cold.
I can roll with my confession. It's so weird to do it without Tyler, but you know what? He can watch it and
do we have to explain why Tyler's not here? Is this
he's apparently took the wrong exit.
And is this unordinary? Like, is he late frequently?
No, this is the first time.
This is the first time?
Absolutely the first time. Yeah, we're both pretty punctual, Tyler and I. Actually,
should we do a prank on him where when he does arrive, you sort of like in an uncomfortable way, and I'll go real quiet. You say, "Catherine's going to replace you on this podcast." I'm not exactly a divorced dad, but I feel like I can.
Well, you can fake it. Yeah, you bring that energy.
How hard
though.
Is it?
Yeah. You just cry over your failed marriage. Yeah.
Doing my best.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I'm gonna confess without Tyler here. Although I kind of wish he was here for this one. I have a good confession. Sometimes we can confess good things. So I have now lost 30 pounds thanks to the miracle of modern medicine, of course, which is no shame in that. No shame in that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm kind of probably halfway on that weight loss journey.
Okay.
The confession is, though, I'm still struggling with the body image stuff and feeling comfortable. I'm feeling much more like myself now than I have in a long time. We recorded earlier this week and the episode came out already and I watched it last night. It was the one with Rachel Lee Cook. And I still felt I looked like kind of fat. And part of it is I've been also now kind of fitting back into clothes that I hadn't been wearing.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, I was excited. Oh, I can wear this shirt again. And so I wore it. And then as soon as I sat down, I was like, oh, this was not a good idea because it was like all tight on me. And as a large guy, one of my things is like, if a shirt's like grabby, then I'm so self-conscious.
Right.
So I was sitting here like the whole time, just like, this. And then I noticed, watching the 4K video, which at home last night at 10 p.m., I was like, oh yeah, it's very like, yeah, it was really grabby on my stomach. And like, I don't think I looked bad or anything, but it's like, I didn't look like a thin man.
And what a bummer, because no one else is thinking that but you.
I know.
Right? For everyone else, you've lost 30 pounds. They're probably like, oh my God, he looks, how inspiring.
Yes. Yeah, well, exactly. And I was like, I had this, I was kind of out with this woman who was this gorgeous woman and we were talking about stuff and I was kind of admitting how self-conscious I am about that. And she's like, no, literally, you do not seem overweight to me at all. And I was like, oh, really? You know, and I just think, and I kind of think women don't see it in the same way that with men, I think they're very hard on themselves about weight that I've noticed. But with men, they're usually a little more forgiving, or at least 100%. People that I'm interested in, you know. And so, but for me though, I'm still like focused on that, and I'm like, well, I'm never going to be attractive to a woman.
And it's so hard to be present and actually like hear the person sitting across from you if you're so uncomfortable worrying about your own stuff.
Yeah, no. And she said that, and I was like, well, that's nice of you, but of course you know, you're lying to me.
Meaning you thought she was lying because she was saying you look so good.
Yeah, I think she was like, just didn't want to admit to me that, yeah, she thought I was overweight, but I don't think she actually minded, but I'm like, I just don't buy that you don't think I look a little overweight at least.
Look, for what it's worth, and everyone's on their own journey. My husband, who played my husband on my show, he thought it would be hilarious to do a storyline because I ran the writer's room on the show, Workin Moms. And he thought it would be hilarious if his character got like ripped diesel lean on the show. And my character, who doesn't really think about that, was a little bit like threatened and annoyed by it, and was always like, what's going on here? Right. Why are you so concerned about your weight? And what does that mean? Should I be doing that? How does that reflect on me? And so Phil, my husband, got in sick gorilla shape for the show and lost weight. This is not a man who needed to lose it. He was, standard male body.
Sure. Yeah, dad bod.
Dad bod. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Little gut love handle. I like that.
Sure.
And he got real lean. And I will say it was the unsexiest period of our marriage. I missed the man who was a little more soft around the edges, and he was happier. It's a little bit of also like you want to be with someone who's not tortured. Yeah. So you're probably but it sounds like you're in a happy place now. Yeah,
I think so. And I know there have been women who have very explicitly said to me, "Oh yeah, no, I like that you're a bigger guy," you know. And so I don't want to be fetishized, you know what I mean? But you know,
good for you.
Yeah, thank you.
Draw a line.
Yeah, I do. But if they want to cuddle up to me, I'm okay with that.
Sure.
Yeah, you know,
generous of you.
Yeah, I know. I'm a giver. I'm really a giver.
So your reveal is that you're still feeling self-conscious in your body, even though you've lost 30 pounds.
Absolutely. So I'm wearing a shirt today that's a little bigger that actually, it's not like some of the shirts I've been wearing all of a sudden are now like tenty on me. Like, I'm like, oh, I look bad in those shirts now.
I think you look good in the shirt, and the camera's liking it too.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. No, this shirt I think is it's also the dark blue, and it's slimming, but it's not all. Yeah. Anyway, I feel much more comfortable today.
Good.
So I'm not sitting here like this, which I was doing the whole time last time.
Right.
Or I'll, we have our little therapy pillows here. I'll just put the pillow in, just do that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. T-shirt in the pool move. I see you.
Oh yeah. I've done that before too. Yeah. Not for a long time. So we always try to say like, what is, when we are confessing something, is like, what's an action we're going to do to actually, help combat that in ourselves. And so
for me, I guess it's booking into more hotels.
Yes, I think so. Yeah. I wish mine was that. Maybe I'll do that too. That's how I'm going to combat this too.
It sounds like you're combating it though. You're wearing a shirt that you're comfortable in. You're trying to, you've spoke about it candidly with a date.
I'm doing the work.
You're doing the work.
I'm doing the work. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to continue to do the work and just try to, I don't know, maybe I'll just try to believe people when they tell me I'm attractive.
That is a hard game though.
Yeah.
That is a hard game.
One, I got to get someone to tell me.
Sure. That's what money's for. Yeah. Look, you pay them. They say you're hot, and then you got to believe them.
Yes.
I guess my action item then would be, because I'm constantly working on being present with my kids. It's something I struggle with. I have like rolling ambition that's always telling me I'm not doing enough. And I think in general, there seems to be, it's like this toxic climate for women and men, I know, but of like productivity, always being productive, whether it's as a parent or as a wife or, as a writer. And it makes being present very hard, whether it is writing or being with, my kids. So that's something I'm working on.
Like, what's the vibe like for you with being a boy mom? I hate to always gender stuff, but like,
no, totally. I think I have kind of traditional boys. So I would qualify myself as a boy mom for what that's worth. I got big guy who likes to do lots of sports. So I'm at like a lot of basketball games, which I always thought I wouldn't like, but I am loving.
Oh, cool.
Discovering I'm more competitive than I thought I was, where like I want him to win.
Oh.
And I didn't think that was part of my, because I'm not competitive. Like, I'm not big in, like, I like sports or whatever, but I'm not,
Right.
like, when I actually play sports with friends, like ping pong, for instance, I get deeply uncomfortable.
Oh.
Because the idea that I could win and there could be some sort of rift makes me nervous.
Oh.
Since I was little, it's been this way.
Okay. All right.
But when my son starts dribbling a ball, I'm like, you're going to win.
Right.
Something shifts inside of me.
And if you don't, I'm going to be very disappointed.
No dinner. It's that simple. No dinner. No, I'm joking. I feed him. I don't know if this is a humor podcast. I definitely feed him more than he needs. Probably.
Like, what else are you doing with your kids?
What else am I doing with my kids? I'm trying not to fail them. I am trying
trying not to fail them. Okay, that's a big one.
Trying to raise them properly and show them
how are you doing on that?
How to respect women, because there's a lot of, like, when you have boys, when they're babies even, which kind of confounds me because they're newborns, right? The only concern should be feeding, sleeping, etc.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember having my first son and everyone being like, I guess you're raising a good man then. And you're like, yes, which I know a lot about. Like, what? How? Well, the same way I'm sure raising a girl, you're like, how am I going to do this? You weren't given a guide.
I wasn't, but I felt it in my bones. Like, I was like, I was so, like, when we found out we were having a girl, that was like the happiest day of my life.
I love that.
Yeah. Oh God. Because I was like, oh, this is my purpose, is to raise a, wonderful young woman who is self-assured and is like a feminist and is like in touch with her feel. Like, I'm like, this is, oh my God, I'm so excited.
Your daughter got so lucky.
Oh, hopefully.
What a great dad.
Hopefully.
There's, I think you're in the minority.
Okay.
Tyler I don't know how to say this, but
welcome.
You finished already? You done?
I replaced you.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Should I just go, or
is that okay?
Yeah.
It's just we have a thing.
Do I have
now.
a choice?
Yeah.
What if it's not okay with me?
So, Catherine, I'm happy to welcome our guest, Tyler Labine.
Good to be here, everybody. I've seen a lot of I haven't watched the show. I've seen a lot of clips. Yeah, watched a lot of clips of this show.
Yeah, your glasses, bud.
New glasses, yeah.
I like these glasses.
Thank you. I turned 48 and I found a way to look older.
Congratulations. I disagree. See, I can't wait till I'm in glasses phase, because I think all the cool moms, which is a term that is being overused right now.
Yeah, is it?
Are you a cool
I would
mom?
not qualify myself as cool, but I am a mom.
Yeah.
But those glasses, they hide a lot of the creaks and the banisters.
Yeah.
Catch my drift.
I do. I'm just like tripping out sitting here with you. We haven't seen each other in
hold on.
very, very long.
We met on the set of Reitman.
On Reaper, yeah. You came in like a whirlwind. Yeah, it was amazing. I remember they were like, hey, we found this really funny girl, because you were kind of going to be like a love interest for Sock, I think. No, you were like
can't even remember.
You were like a shape-shifting demon who could be whatever kind of woman I wanted. And then Sock learned a lesson that it wasn't about what you look like.
But can I say what pleasure was? Because usually you go on as a day player.
Yeah.
And I know this isn't an industry talk podcast, but I just have to
do it, of course.
Shower some love on Tyler, because I had done a couple day player gigs, nothing notable. And when I got Reaper, I was so excited, but I was very intimidated, because usually if you come in as a day player on a well-established show, you are the strange, you really don't want to get to, everyone has their dynamic set.
Yeah.
You're the outsider.
There are rules around that.
There's rules around this.
Yeah.
And Tyler was the opposite. Tyler's like, hey, man. And I felt by the end of the day that I was like your sister.
Yeah.
We were playing ping pong all day.
Yeah.
It was so fun.
Like,
Hollywood life sounds hard.
And like, what's that?
Hollywood life sounds hard. You were playing ping pong all day at work.
Yeah. We rolled every once in a while on
It's a lot of waiting.
Heavily ad-libbed kind of scenes. No, but we had
not
like,
you, Tyler. Never.
No, never. I do the lines verbatim. I'm very, very strict. I have a very strict process. Yes, and I plan to do some Shakespeare one day.
Do you want to try it out right now, or just to like warm it up a little bit?
Twether does twether? That's
Yep.
not a word.
No, that's it.
To suffer the slings. I don't know.
Yes, the slings.
Wow.
Slings and arrows.
You're going to be Shakespeare in the Park. I can tell.
Yeah,
Central Park. Yeah.
Or they do Bard. They do Bard on the beach in Vancouver, and it's pretty awful. But yes, I met you, and I remember we hit it off so fast. I was really sad that you only had that one episode, and then we stayed in touch, and then you had me come do your very early. It wasn't a podcast, but you had your like movie review, TV review show, and I came on and did it, and it was like this all scripted thing where we like shot a cow at the end of it, and like, and then I tried to shoot myself, and oh man, it was really
that sounds funny.
It was a wild movie review show that was of very much of the early 2000s.
Yeah. You were kind of, I think you were ahead of the curve with that one.
Perhaps
I think you were a little too early.
I think if you're shooting
Yeah, maybe.
cows, that sounds funny to me.
I mean,
We had a
not
lot of fun.
literally.
Yeah.
It was all off camera, but it was really funny. And I was like, fuck, she's hilarious.
You weren't really shooting cows. Okay.
And then
No, green screen.
No, yeah, green screen.
Tyler.
Yeah. And we have stayed in touch ever since.
Yeah.
Like not a lot, but like we've stayed in touch, which I'm really happy about.
I feel like I've been watching you from afar and like commenting.
Yeah.
Like, oh, good for you. Oh, watch that.
Same. And
Sisterly
for
love.
those who don't know, which I'm sure most people do, Catherine created a hugely successful show called Working Moms, and it's I should play it right now. I was in the car talking to audio messaging with Anna McRoberts, who's a big Canadian producer and writer, and she was like, "Who are you interviewing today?" And I mentioned your name, and she literally recorded herself shitting her pants.
Stop it.
Oh my God.
it.
No, but she flipped out. She's like, "Oh my God, can you tell her?" And she went and listed it. She's like, "Oh my God, she wrote, directed, starred in, produced,
That's
created."
very nice.
And she just like, she's, as a writer, producer, director, she was just like bowing down to you. And
Oh, nice.
I wanted to ask you, because the last time I saw you, you were just going to start that. And you had asked me if I would maybe play your husband in the pilot.
That's right.
But then your husband played your husband.
And then Phil got too jealous.
Yeah. How has that whole journey been? Like, you put in so much time and effort into that show.
Yeah, I think a lot of people who watch it, and I'm so fortunate the show ended up working. When you start shooting a pilot or writing something,
right.
you don't know
Yeah,
its lifetime, what it's going to be.
of course.
And the show worked, which I still, I can't believe it.
5 seasons?
7.
7. Oh my
Oh.
God. 7. That's right. Yeah.
But when we shot the pilot, I had a 5-week-old at home, my second kid, and my hormones were just, and I didn't even know it, because when you're making something and when you have that many titles on it, it sounds sexy and glamorous, but in fact, it's just an absolute shit ton of work.
Just a slog.
It's just a slog.
Yeah.
And you're constantly, for someone like me who had never been a showrunner or number one on the call sheet or the head writer or even deemed sexy on camera, all of these titles were new and incredibly terrifying to me. And so it was just about being like, okay, how do I fake this until I make it?
Yeah.
And so it was a lot of sprinting and faking.
Yeah.
And my hormones kept telling me that I truly wasn't being convincing.
Right. Yeah.
And it wasn't until we wrapped, when you wrap a show, you generally feel sort of a weird depression, letdown anyway.
Yeah.
But when you,
Post-production blues. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But when you add actual postpartum depression, it was significant. So in between season 1 and season 2, I feel like I had a enormous growth spurt emotionally.
Yeah. Did you do anything to combat the postpartum? Like, did you speak to a therapist?
Did take meds. I did speak to a therapist. I was still breastfeeding. I just remember thinking, like, I had this luxury where I got to write all my biggest fears into the show, because it was literally basically about me.
Yeah. What a cathartic little funnel for you.
Totally.
Yeah.
It also just kept the thing running. And I think it's why when people do say they have connected with my show, it's because these are very real life spent, earned stories.
Do you think being that deep in work helped or made the depression worse?
Totally. I'm sure you're right. It depends.
Well, it was
on
the question.
purpose.
Yeah, it did help. You think it helped?
For me,
yeah.
I think it did, because I like, I was kind of telling you earlier, I have like an addiction to being busy.
Yeah.
Whether, like, I have a hard time being present.
I have an addiction to alcohol and drugs.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I'm sober, so it's okay.
Good for you. How long have you been sober?
8 years now. But
8 years,
we talk about that
Tyler.
so much on the show. But I actually, with my ex-wife, Carrie, who you met,
Yes.
she, postpartum, just to continue that thread, she didn't even realize until after our second child was, I think, almost 2 years old. She was like, "I've been depressed for 6 years."
God damn.
And I was like, she's like, "I've had postpartum unchecked postpartum for 6 years." And at first I was like, oh, I don't, but then she went down the rabbit hole and started to heal and oh my God, I was like, that shit is real. Like, she was
real.
and I was heartbroken because I had no idea she was so depressed that whole time. And then we had our second child, and everything's going great for me, and we have
Right.
2 babies now,
Right.
and I'm like,
Of course.
and then
Well, that's real too.
and she's great at being there and faking it, I think.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe it. But once she finally was vulnerable enough about that, she was like, that was like one of the darkest times in her life, and it was like our 2 first babies.
I know. It's like supposed to be the sunshiny period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I
she
know.
felt guilty about. Obviously you feel like,
you've
why
been-
do I feel this
You've
way?
been trained, whether explicitly or not, that, like, don't be hysterical.
Right.
Mhm.
Don't be in a hysterical woman. That's like the only thing it's like one of your first images, you
Yeah.
know, is don't be this
Hysteria.
Disney princess, be this Disney princess.
Right.
Right.
And so at some point when you start to feel that like, oh God, I think I'm hysterical.
Yeah. They're gonna
Like,
put me
and
on lithium.
combating that.
Right.
Yeah. It's
Right.
You just want to set shockers to yourself.
But
It's a wild feeling.
I don't understand, I guess, postpartum depression. I mean, I understand it, but like, what is the feeling? Is there something that's specifically related to having a baby around or not having the baby inside anymore that is going through your mind? Or is it just like a general, like, oh, I don't have energy, or I just feel depressed? I mean, is it really related to the baby or related to just not being pregnant? Or can you
What is the
shine a
science
little
of
light?
I was
postpartum
about to
depression?
say,
Yeah,
I'm definitely
please.
not a medical doctor,
Yeah, please.
nor a psychologist
yeah,
or psychiatrist.
Yeah.
However,
Well, what was your experience?
you,
like?
yeah.
when you're pregnant, your body is pumping so much healthy stuff,
Right,
including
right.
hormones, into your
Cortisol,
body.
oxytocin,
Totally.
all the stuff. Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good. Keep eating. Keep sleeping. Keep
Right,
this thing alive.
right.
And when that baby leaves you, you know,
Right,
it's
yeah,
just a
they,
cut.
They cut it off. Yeah.
They cut it off. So it's a very hard adjustment, especially if you stop breastfeeding.
Mm.
A lot of women say, and again, I am not
Yeah.
a specialist, but when they stop breastfeeding, that's when they feel. So if you breastfeed for like a year and a half or 2 years,
Yeah.
sometimes all of a sudden you're like, I don't get it. I had a baby like 2 years ago. My kid's
Right.
walking and talking.
Right.
Why am I now
Why am
all of
I-
a sudden
yeah,
feeling this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And the breastfeeding, I think, was keeping the
Right. It's like
train on
endorphins
the
or whatever.
tracks.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
a cruel trick.
cruel
Yeah.
trick.
What a really awful human flaw to like give you a baby,
Totally.
then be like, okay, and then you get this
Oh,
dark
being
cloud.
a woman is garbage so
Yeah.
frequently. Like, and then you get older, and I'm very lucky to not be on the perimenopausal train yet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Although it's all I'm,
Yeah.
talk about
You'll-
algorithms.
you'll
That's
get
all I
there.
see now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But a
Oh,
lot of
they're
women,
getting you prepped.
they're like,
Yeah.
"Are you on the supplement?" I'm like, "I'm not." But there's also like, you're now supposed to be eating like, 100 grams of protein
Yeah.
before
Oh
noon.
my God!
Yes.
Oh, I want to say something about that. So, sorry, I don't want to
No,
interrupt your train of
please.
thought. But I've been saying on the show, I'm having like a bit of a weird kidney thing. Like
Sorry.
it's not huge. It's just
Okay.
that I have a compromised kidney function. And my doctors were like, oh, it's maybe, chronic kidney disease. My other functional doctor was like, that's bullshit. Let's just check in. They did a urinalysis and all. There's like protein and I have protein in
Yeah.
my pee. And she was just like, how much protein a day are you eating? And I was
Oh,
like, proud of
no.
myself. I was like, around 180 to 200 grams of protein because I'm a 200-pound man. And she was like, whoa. Like, let's keep that under 50, man. I was like, 50 grams of protein. She was like, it's absolute horseshit that you need to eat your body weight in protein unless you're bodybuilding.
Right.
Like if you're
Right.
going out and like burning the shit out of your slow twitch muscles and you need that fuel.
But you do that though.
But not like that. Not
You're-
to, like,
yeah,
I'm
you're
not
not-
like
yeah,
pumping
yeah.
roids.
Mr.
Universe.
Olympia, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
like nobody needs 200 grams of protein a day.
Right.
Nobody. So I do want to say that's
It's
a bit of a that's like an influencer nonsense
Yeah.
kind of thing. Like eat more protein. It's getting out of balance. Anyway, I just wanted to point that out.
Okay, yeah. But if you're on the GLP-1s, they are saying, like, the doctors are saying 80, like I think 80.
Sure,
80
but
grams,
that's
yeah.
not 200. That's not
Yeah,
trying to eat
no,
your
that's-
body weight.
yeah,
That's not
that's-
100
yeah.
grams.
He's not
I mean,
like setting an
someone
alarm for midnight so he can eat a protein bar.
right, and someone telling you, advertising to you that you need 100 grams of protein a day is
It's
fucking
madness.
ludicrous.
It's
man.
madness.
Yeah,
No, that
yeah.
and now the new one is creatine.
Oh my
which
God.
I know there's truth to it.
That fucks your kidneys up too, by the
Totally.
way.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what I was about to ask you. I'm like, are you taking too
I
much
did.
creatine?
I took creatine. I don't take it anymore at all.
You're toast on it.
Toast, and I quit all stimulants. I have
Coffee?
nothing, no stimulants, no
None.
caffeine, nothing. Yeah.
No.
But I
Are
do
you
want.
on Ritalin
he does
or
pot-
anything
he-
like that?
No, but I am on Wellbutrin, my Welly Bees, which is like a.
Is that SSRI?
What's the difference? Wellbutrin is an SRI, not an SSRI.
Okay.
Which is a slower uptake, I think. So it takes a lot longer for Wellbutrin to work.
Tyler, I think I'm the last person raw dogging on earth. I am
You're
not
you're
on anything.
Oh shit! Can we talk about that?
We totally can, and I don't know that it's right. I don't know that it's
No,
right.
no,
I'm not.
and
I'm
that's
not
not-
showing off.
No.
I don't think I'm doing the right thing.
Well, so not
No,
even
but you're-
caffeine?
I have 1 cup of coffee in the morning. I'm truly not, and again, not bragging. I don't have an addictive personality.
Oh.
I'm pretty pragmatic
Wow.
as far as like what, like I don't crave a lot of stuff.
Attention.
Attention.
Yeah, and work. Busyness.
Yeah. I like to stay active. I
Yeah.
like to stay
Yeah.
really busy. I like to have an outlet for thoughts and things.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But
I
you
feel
don't-
like I'm raw dogging.
You're not
I don't-
pumping your body with things. You don't have like.
No.
I am an addict in a lot of ways. You would be shocked at how many injections of peptides I'm doing right now, and
Tell
how
me
many.
about all your.
Oh my
peptides.
God! But no, I want to talk about your raw dogging
Right.
because I think that's the
Well, I mean,
anomaly, right?
Where's
like
the trophy there, though? Like,
right,
what, I get
right.
to walk around and feel shitty all the time? I don't know. Like my siblings,
but you're
like,
really there for it. You know, it's all you. It's 100% you.
I'm definitely feeling all the feelings.
Yeah, but do you feel shitty all the time? I mean, that's the question.
No, I don't feel shitty all the time, but I do feel at moments. So my father passed away 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And I get hit with grief at really unexpected moments. And I don't know how else to say this. It's really annoying.
Oh, okay. Like just the wave will hit you and you're like,
the wave, like I was driving here to meet you guys.
Yeah.
And I was listening to a book on tape that I'm really enjoying. And I can't even remember what the reference was, Tyler, but it was like, I was like,
something just hit you.
And it just hits you. And when it hits you, it's like you're a little girl all of a sudden. There's no like, I just put mascara on. There's no, I got to be somewhere and look normal. There's no, I have to be able to use my brain. It's just boom. And I know a lot of people who within the first few years of grief, who get on some pretty awesome SSRIs or SRIs.
Man. Yeah.
Every time I'm like, maybe I should consider it. I don't know. I don't. And I
did that for probably 20 years. I was like,
you are much older than me.
I am. I'm 68, right? We established that in our text thread. No, but the kind of hesitation, the resistance to taking antidepressants.
But you feel great.
I feel better. I feel much, much better. But I had that thing. I was like, I didn't take anything. I didn't take any drugs, any medication for a long time, just for my hair. And, but that doesn't change my brain chemistry. And then I slowly got onto a few drugs but antidepressants for me were the last one that I just couldn't admit that I needed them.
Right.
Until a friend of ours, maybe I shouldn't say his name on the air, but I think he wouldn't care. Glenn Howerton. Yep. He told me you should try Wellbutrin, because he resisted forever, and I did it, and it changed my fucking life, man.
Great.
And that's when I was like, oh my god, I did 20 years of like
raw dogging. Yeah.
So you say you consider it every once in a while. Is there a resistance because you don't want to like let that be a thing, or you think you don't need it?
I don't think it's an ego thing, because I don't think it's like one of those like I can write down that I'm not on it. I mean, it's such a secret anyway. I don't think everyone advertises it really.
No. Yeah.
It's more of like I've had many moments where I'm like, I wonder if, but I don't think I don't know. Is there a checklist where it's like, if you feel crappy, this percentage, like
there is kind of, yeah. I mean, you go to a psychiatrist, right? And they give you kind of a questionnaire and then like a little short interview. And for me, my psychiatrist was like, immediately was like, you have ADHD, you have pretty severe ADHD and addiction. And then I did my gene testing. Yeah. My methylation protocol testing, and the switches in your body for depression, addiction, and anxiety were all switched on.
Right.
She's like, that's not normal. Most people don't have those all switched on. It's like one or two. And
they're like, how are you walking around?
I'm so what do you call it? Battle hardened.
I love it.
Yeah.
But my regular doctor prescribed me, I think it was Wellbutrin.
Yeah.
And I was like, I felt like, not that there was a stigma, but I'm like, I don't think I'm someone who needs that. But I was kind of like, I had like a health thing and like a little health scare, and then I was separating from my wife, and he was like, I think you're kind of depressed and maybe you need a little help. And so I was like, okay. So I took it, and I probably did it for 9 months or a year. I just didn't notice a difference. It didn't like the difference that you're talking about. I did not have that at all. It didn't like, and then when I went off of it, I didn't feel any different.
It's interesting.
I mean, maybe one of my things though is that like, I think I'm I'm not real big in the highs and lows in a way. Like in just my everyday life, I'm just kind of like always like, I'm fine.
See, but that's what Wellbutrin does. Is it puts you in the okay zone.
What you're talking about?
Because I'm like, I'm all highs or all lows. Like I love the drama and the anxiety and the extreme sort of ends of things.
Right.
And so Wellbutrin
just keeps you right in the middle.
It's kind of what it does. And a lot of people think these drugs are like a magic pill. Like it's not like taking Adderall or like a Ativan or whatever. It's not like this thing that immediately makes you feel something. It sort of just slowly quiets the other noise, you know?
Right.
So you're like, oh. But I wanted to ask you about what, after the passing of your dad, which I'm really sorry about that. That must be so hard. Not that my dad is on death's door, but there are things that have happened with bone cancer and some stuff that have been really close. What did you do to deal with that kind of grief? Like I'm really interested in people's grief.
But can you fill me in? Were you, I mean, I know who your dad was obviously, but were you close with him though, as an adult?
I talk to him every day. He's my best friend.
Yeah,
we were literally, I would take my lunch break walking with him in my AirPods and talking to him.
Yeah.
Back in California. I was in Toronto, and he was also one of those dads. It's why when you were speaking earlier about how you instinctively knew you'd be a good father. When I was little, my dad wasn't a very hands-on dad. It was the peak of his career. And he didn't really turn into dad until I was a fully fledged adult and we could have real conversations, which I hear there's a lot of, like, you hear from a lot of people, like, mom was hands-on until you were adult, and there's like a switch that happens where mom gets more disconnected and dad takes over with the adult children.
Yeah.
That was very much the case for my parents. And when he passed, it was sudden. It wasn't the slow goodbye. So I think that was the shock of it all.
Right.
Was pretty hard. I think I was lucky because I am lucky in many, many ways. But I think in particular, I was lucky because we were coming up. We had decided season 7 of Workin Moms would be the last season. And I was writing this, and we had written the entire season. And he died a few nights or like a few weeks before the table reads. Like it was all of a sudden he passed away. He had been at my house all day. We'd had the best day. Like it, almost like it, like of course he was going to die that night. We had like, he ate all of his favorite foods. Like I threw this luncheon for another family that he attended. I made him spit, take, laugh, which was like very important to me.
Right, yeah. Validation, 100%. Yeah.
And by the way, it was a joke about getting date raped in college.
Yeah,
right.
On a roofie
Hilarious.
with my 2 legs up in a trash can. And he spit up his drink laughing.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes. And then he went home. He went to bed. He was all excited because the next day was Super Bowl and he's like a big old sports lover, football specifically. He went to sleep and he died. And I was driving my kids to a birthday party the next day and I had to pull over the car. I got a call.
Oh, that call, man. Oh my God.
Yeah. And so it was truly shocking. But where I was lucky is that I had to really pull up my bootstraps, which is good for a personality like mine, I think. You know, my brother, who's also a to-doer and brilliant, far more intelligent than me, he took several months off and processed it and like took a very different path.
Yeah.
There was conversation about whether we were going to pause our show. And I was like, no, thank you.
Right.
I loved having somewhere to go every day. I loved like having to laugh with my writers who I'd had this like deep bond with at this point after 7 years of being in a room with them. You know, I rewrote the finale to sort of be a love letter to him, but that was with joy. And it did make, once again, sort of bookending the season 1 show season ending and me having postpartum, you know, season 7 ended and I had to grieve.
Yeah.
So I think I was fucked up for a couple years.
Yeah.
Just sort of being like, it was also the show coming to an end, not having a place to be every day. You know, people were waiting on me hand and foot.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I was like, I got to make my own oatmeal.
Yeah.
And I got to deal with my dad's death. And there was, you know, just the very nature of having to take care of the empire he built.
Yeah.
Which I was ill-equipped for.
Right. I think regardless of the empire size, every child of when their
You gotta go
parent
through the
passes, there's a lot of shit to do, man.
Totally.
Yeah.
No,
that's hardcore. And that's so like with that period where you were like, the show was done, it was time to deal with the grief.
Yeah.
Like, what were your methods? Like, how did you approach your healing? Did you go speak to somebody? Did you just do it internally? Were you trying to like heal on your own, or did you get some help?
I had luckily already been with a fabulous therapist who I'd like had an established connection and rapport with, who also knew my relationship with my father, which was helpful. Therapy works.
Yeah, therapy works. Amen. Fucking need it, man.
Totally. And she was a blessing. It was crazy timing because we also wrapped the show and I learned as the school year started for my youngest that he had a condition called pandas.
Right. You told me about that. Yeah.
And that's
and that's an ongoing thing, right?
I've not heard of that.
Thing. Yeah, most people haven't, which makes it even more complicated.
Do you want to talk about it at all?
Sure,
Yeah,
totally.
maybe create a little awareness here.
PANS or pandas, both in the same wheelhouse but different. PANDAS is pediatric autoimmune neuropsychiatric disorder associated with strep throat.
Boy, they came up with a cute anagram for that, didn't they?
They sure did.
Acronym, I should say. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
So basically, your kid gets strep. You think it's just strep, and they start acting really differently. And that's, I think, what makes it so complicated is that if you look it up, for instance, if you Google it, pandas look so different, or PANS look so different on every case. Some kids go mute. Jeez. Some kids stop eating. It looks very different. My child both speaks and eats, but it's made him incredibly rigid. And
this is your youngest child?
this is my youngest guy.
Child, yeah.
My magic guy. Both my kids are magic, but he happens to be like a really charismatic, funny, smart as hell dude.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he actually is his father. My oldest is just, if you met him, you'd be like, oh, that's you.
Right. Okay.
Jackson looks like me, talks like me.
Right.
Is always people pleasing. Little guy is like, what do you want?
Right.
You're just like, oh, this guy's in it for, he'll cut you.
I envy people like that. They're just like, you're not trying to please me?
Liam, don't care. Liam's going to rule the world. But he unfortunately has this thing where his separation anxiety is higher, his OCD is higher. For a lot of kids, they lose their ability to read and write. They can't see numbers and letters, and so it's been a road.
And this is a lifelong.
It depends, and the research is very new. We're lucky enough to be in the Stanford clinic for it. It's basically rheumatologists studying him and going, okay, well, if he does this thing called IVIG, which is an IV treatment, and he does it once a month, as well as taking some pretty massive anti-inflammatories. Advil is wimpy compared to what Liam is taking. And, taking it around the clock, that it's made a difference for sure. But good days and bad.
Yeah.
Right?
How old is he?
He just turned 10.
He's 10.
Yeah.
God, man, going in and getting an IV once a month and having that kind of medical attention that shit's traumatic, man. Like,
Tyler.
I was born with a small birth defect. My brother and I both were. We had like deviated urethras, which is like kind of embarrassing, but so we had two
pee holes.
Pee holes, yeah.
Oh.
And
is that what little Dickie has?
I think he has some other more aggressive dick problems.
Sure.
Just the two piss holes for me.
Just the two piss holes for you. That's all it took.
Yeah, I just want to be clear about that.
Good
Everything
for you.
else,
perfect
fine.
dick. Other than that,
perfect
though.
dick.
Yep.
But my point is, my brother and I both at a very young age had to go repeatedly to the hospital, and they would do these repeat surgeries, and then we would go in every month, and they would take like videos of our pee stream and like all this shit. And it was like you couldn't pee for like 4 hours before you went in there, and anyway, and there was stitches and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, this is a nightmare.
And it just went on, and I like. Some of my first memories are those, and and I'm not trying to say that, I'm not trying to make you feel worse about it, but that is a whole nother thing that.
Oh, I'm up
Liam
at night terrified that I've already ruined Liam's life.
Oh, you haven't. I'm sure you know, but they're.
I thought you said, oh, you have.
You have. Oh, you have. You have. No, like my parents felt like that too. They're like, my mom was like heartbroken that this happened,
right?
Because she took. I was like a thalidomide baby, technically. It was a tranquilizer that they gave a lot of pregnant women in the 70s and 80s,
right?
Because it was like. You're hysterical.
Yeah.
You feel like shit. Here, take this drug. And it gave a lot of kids birth defects.
Double pee holes.
Yeah, two piss holes.
Yeah.
And she obviously carried a lot of guilt around about that. But like, it had nothing to do with her, Like, well, she took the drug, but it wasn't her fault. But yeah, the process for you.
Such a mess. I think what I feel such guilt with these days is in order for him to sit with an IV for 8 to 10 hours.
Oh, God,
8 to 10 hours.
Oh yeah, babe.
So it's like it's like going in for like chemo. He's like in there. Wow.
We do it at home. We're very lucky. There's a lot of nurses that come to you now.
Yeah.
But it's Saturday, Sunday, and there are a lot of parents who are doing it in hospitals. Some say doing it in the hospitals is better because they have like a game room set up.
Right. Also, you can compartmentalize a little bit, right? Like your home isn't the Yeah, but
it's like giving birth in your bed. Yeah. Like a lot of women are like, don't do it.
Yeah.
Never have sex again.
Right.
So you don't want that trauma associated with your bed. I don't. I went to a hospital. Yeah. But it's similar in that the IV's happening in the family room on the couch.
Sure. Right.
But the only way I can get him to sit, and this is what they all do, is he plays Fortnite or Roblox for like 10
Good old Roblox,
hours a day.
God.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there, like staring at him behind him, being like, is this what kills him? Is this what ruins him?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's
like
not.
Naturally a brilliant brain. Am I ruining him? It's terrifying.
Do you feel like that? Do you have any feeling like do you feel any personal responsibility for his condition?
Yes and no. There's so many conversations. I've had a few people be like, you give him the vaccine, the COVID vaccine.
Oh God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely have cried in the car over that. And then there's, but more likely is that, what Stanford, the very good people of Stanford are informing me is that it's a little bit genetic, if you've got arthritis or if you've got, a particular set of markers in your family gene pool, which my husband and I are still arm wrestling over who gave it to him. Then you go, okay, he got strep and he was predisposed to having
this.
And
it's just it just happens.
Is what it is.
Yeah, it's random.
But he's, a lot of people come out of it. a lot of kids hit puberty and kind of get over it.
That's
Is what I've been fed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
there are some who grow up to be fine, but have the occasional bad couple days. So
Right.
that's, you know,
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
doing what we can.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I got to go back to the vax thing. Like,
God.
I'm pro-vax. I'm still pro-vax, but like,
course.
I am 99% sure that this near fatal blood clot that I had in my,
You think it was?
well, I've been told basically that it is. And like, I wrestle with that, man.
We're
Like
told
the-
by an influencer or told by
I was
a
yeah,
gonna
told
say,
by
who
an,
told you?
yeah, told by an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah.
No, by my functional medicine doctor. She
Yeah.
was like, "Look, I'm not really. I don't want to. We're not supposed to say this, really." But
Right.
and the other doctors at the hospital were like mad at me for even suggesting that it was something other than something my own fault. And
Right, of course.
right, they're like, "You're taking testosterone." My functional doctor was like, "There's no way your body turns testosterone into a near fatal blood clot. Like that's just something naturally your body produces." Anyway,
I don't know that it had anything to do with pandas. And I take it so personally when people say it was as
Yeah.
a result of the vaccine. It's very hard for me to hear that. I
Yeah.
think I'm just rejecting it based on
Yeah,
guilt
yeah,
alone.
yeah.
And I'm like, it can't be that.
Well, who the
It
hell is
can't
even
be
telling
that.
who has enough authority to even tell you that? Who's not in the
That's
medical
the thing,
community,
nobody
right?
does,
You know,
right?
and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, wow. Why would you spout off about that to someone with a kid with a medical problem?
You bet.
Those friends are not real friends.
You hear that?
that's
Right.
it. Yeah. Wow. They know who they are too.
They know.
You looked right at them right
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
They're like this.
I've been looking at
And-
your camera constantly.
and
Yeah,
there's-
that's good. I never
Thank you,
forget.
boy.
I know, it's
And,
like,
and those
That's good.
non-friends are definitely watching. I mean,
That's
they're-
right.
yeah. You should move into hosting. You do,
That's right.
Yeah,
Well,
do some game show hosting or
And
something.
now-
Yeah.
Welcome to I Love You So Much.
You love that camera. The camera loves you. Yeah.
We're also in a world where also there's like so many things we're injecting into ourselves
I know.
now.
And that's the other thing. Like I'm
There's-
taking drugs willfully
hell else are you putting in your body,
they don't
Tyler?
have any long-term studies on.
You're like, it was the vaccine. Hold on one second.
Like I cleaned out the system after that, right? I went like cold turkey
After the blood clot.
After the blood clot, I cleaned out the system. Like I did NAD plus IVs, and I went off testosterone, all the other drugs I was taking, and then my functional medicine doctor, and my
This functional
psychiatrist.
doctor is getting a lot of love.
I
and
know,
Dr.
a
Kate
lot of
Tenney, she's the
talk.
shit.
Oh,
and then
Dr.
my
Kate.
psychiatrist, who's a pharmacogenetic psychiatrist.
Say that again?
Pharmacogenetic psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And that's a thing.
That's a thing. I didn't. If I just made that up, I'd be proud of myself. Anyway, we put together like a whole protocol. I took a methylation test and gene testing, all that, and so now I take a whole host of things, but all kind of microdosing. Like even my antidepressants, I kind of microdose. Like I take a very small dose of Wellbutrin. I take a very small dose of sertraline. I take low dose natroxaline. I take NAD plus. I take copper peptides. I take TB500. I take BPC 157. I take testosterone replacement. I take
Replacement?
MIC and B12 shots. Yeah, because I have like, I used to be embarrassed about this, and I was like, what the fuck am I embarrassed for? My testosterone levels were like
Really low.
through the floor. Like I almost had zero
You're peeing them all out
bioavailability.
at
Yeah.
those holes.
Too many avenues,
Too many,
too many
avenues.
roots out of my
Too
body.
many highways.
Yeah, too many highways, and I don't have two dick holes anymore. Just want to make that clear.
We
Feels like you're talking about
Just
it.
one,
Yeah.
but sometimes I pee funny. All right,
Look, however it gets out, man. One hole, two hole.
we do have
it
children.
was cool to have two dick
We
holes.
do have
Yeah,
man.
children on set. We do have children on set today too.
Oh yeah, is that Mabel over there?
Yeah.
Sorry, hi Mabel. She knows a lot about me now.
I promise you guys, she's
my
not
mom-
listeing to a word.
My
we're
mom
saying.
says that to me. She'll be like, "Wow, Tyler, I'm really learning a lot about you on this podcast." I'm
boy.
like, but she knows about this one.
You're on a lot of shots. Are they all shots or pills and shots?
They're mostly shots. I like it. It's the addict in me. I feel like I get this
You
little
do it at
ritual.
morning or nighttime?
All of them. Do morning. I have like different times of day.
Are you shooting every day?
No, I have like one day of the week where I don't inject anything. It's today, actually. Today I went to my fridge and I was like,
Ready for shoot.
I
Ready for
don't
shots.
get to shoot anything up today. And I have no caffeine. I have no ritual. So
Oh, you
when
don't need. You don't drink coffee. That's right.
I
No
don't drink
stimulants.
nothing. I just got some water and charged my car and then
No,
went the wrong way half
podcasting
the way here.
podcasting is stimulant.
Look at that.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so when you say you're raw dogging it to me, I'm like, what the fuck are you
No,
talking
I got
about?
no shots.
You take vitamin supplements? You take like
I take a vitamin B12
Hmm.
chewable.
you take a chewable vitamin. They're Flintstone bites.
I
You're like,
basically-
oh yeah.
Oh, that's not raw.
no,
dogging.
chewable vitamins. I take vitamin gummies and stuff.
I
too,
don't
but-
have a functional medicine doctor.
Yeah.
So another thing is, shout out Dr. K, is that when you have a kid with a condition, they are targeted by functional doctors, especially those who
Sure.
sell their own medications.
Their own concoctions. Yeah.
Their own concoctions.
Yeah.
And it's been something we've learned the hard way that you have and I'm not making a blanket statement about all. It sounds like yours has been incredibly helpful.
She's been very helpful.
Vital to you.
Changed my life. Yeah.
Changed your life.
Mm-hmm.
But I've become more discerning about functional medicine only because with Liam, I've had to be so careful.
Yeah.
But also, I think I go on my Instagram, which is, I guess, my addiction.
Yeah.
Talk about addiction.
There you go. Well, there you go.
I got to get off. And every time I go on, it's like I am being fed what I am not taking, what I am missing, how I could be thinner, hotter, younger, glowier, tighter, smarter. And I just walk around all day being like, again, raw dogging and feeling like, and
how
I
do you
can't
resist?
tell.
You could be all those other
I could be all
things.
those things. And, you asked earlier, do you feel depressed all the day? I don't at all.
Yeah.
But when you are being fed that you're not on the right
That
concoction,
you're not enough, basically.
then you're not enough. It's
Yeah.
hard not to go, you question yourself all the time.
Yeah.
As opposed to just being like, right foot, left foot, do this, do that. You know?
I wonder that very thing often where I'm like, it's hard to tell. There's no like actual like numbers I can look at, or like there's no qualifier to be like, you feel this much better than you did before you took
Right.
everything. I can look at blood work and all these things, but like for me, psychologically, like I don't really remember. Well, I know I feel better.
Yeah.
But I also, it is a cascade, right? Like you start taking all the things, and I'm kind of just taking all the things. We call it biohacking or whatever.
Right.
But I wonder if it's creating the problem, like how would I feel if I had never really embarked on this mission, this journey?
It's hard though. You seem like you feel really good.
I do, but I also got sober, and that changed a lot in me.
And those happen simultaneously.
No, I got sober for 2.5 years before I even joined the program. And then I got divorced, and then I got really deeply depressed. And I joined, and so the program really helped me out of that. And then I still wouldn't take any psych meds after that,
Right.
until I actually felt much better on my own. And then I was like,
What if I could feel better?
well,
Yeah.
so there's that pitfall, but also like I definitely, when I was talking to Glenn about this, I always felt like there was just this filter on my sense of being, and I couldn't feel joy the way other people did, and I
Right.
could fake it. I could talk to other people's experience about their wins and their joy, and I was like, I never have that.
Yeah.
I never had this feeling of like any wins of mine I would take away immediately. I would beat myself up and turn them into losses or whatever.
So this has shifted you to be able to like embrace wins.
Very much so. And also
Huge.
just to be like kind of, like I said, okay with being okay. So it
Yeah.
really helped me. And that's not to say that it's for everybody, obviously, but like, I do wonder often, like this perpetual, like, what am I going to do all this shit for the rest of my life?
Well, and then there's that. It's like once you start, when do you stop? And that goes for all of it.
Because right now it's basically, it feels
life
like
sentence.
you stop and then you're going to feel like shit again, or
Right.
worse, you'll get sick, or you'll like,
Or you get fat, or you get, totally.
yeah.
Huh.
So I don't know. I think it's cool that you're raw dogging it, man.
Yeah.
No, I think it's badass that
I
you're
gotta
raw
pop
dogging
my
it.
collar.
Yeah.
man.
Well,
You
okay.
got a collar, pop it up, man.
Can we talk about like fun stuff
don't
for
just talk your talk.
Can we talk about fun stuff for a sec? Because I
Yeah.
know we're running out of time.
Yeah,
And I know this about you.
Go ahead.
You were on the set of Ghostbusters as a kid.
I was.
Oh my God. Was it just normal for you or what? Like,
I love a non-question.
Yeah.
You were on Ghostbusters.
You remember
as a
that?
kid.
yes, remember that? Yeah.
Remember
Well,
that?
I got excited. I got
That was
excited.
Chris
cool.
Farley.
That was cool.
That was cool as hell, huh? Oh yeah. I was a newborn baby on Ghostbusters.
Oh, you were a newborn
once.
baby.
Right.
Okay,
And I
wow.
think there's a shot of my mom running with me as a baby.
Right.
on
So no fun Bill Murray anecdotes then. from
Well,
that.
she's about to talk about the sequel.
Yeah, Ghostbusters 2, I was 8, I think, or 9 or something like that. And I had my dad did this thing where instead of just like leaving us, he would like take us with him and we would, have like a little bit on set. And
Yeah.
I only associate it with sweetness. I have no resentment or anything towards it, but he put me in a scene where Egon, played by the late, great Rick Moranis, Harold Ramis. Harold Ramis.
Rick Moranis is still with us, just to be clear.
He's still with us,
Yeah.
doing great, and also in Ghostbusters 2.
Yeah.
But the late great Harold Ramis would come up. He would give me a puppy, and then he would say, "Now take the puppy away," and they would take a little puppy away, and I was a little girl on that set. And the only memory I have of it was not how cool Harold Ramis was or wow, Ghostbusters. It was just I was put in a room full of toys.
Oh, yeah.
And my dad, before we started, was like,
Pick
I'll
one.
tell you what, You can pick one toy
Yeah.
to bring home with you. And there was an enormous life-size bear sitting in the corner. And I was like, that one.
That one.
And I named it Cappuccino when I brought it home. It's not what you and your fans want. You want a fun, sexy
No.
That is what we
Whatever you
want.
have done.
But that
Actually,
was
we're-
the real story.
We're all about love and happy memories. I mean,
Yeah.
that sounds like a happy memory. And you
Yeah.
got
It totally
you got a
was.
cappuccino bear.
I got a cappuccino bear out of it.
That paid off for me. I'm
But
good.
look, the movie and the lore of Ghostbusters, which my brother now runs, is lived on in a way that we couldn't imagine.
Sure.
Yeah.
None of us could believe.
Yeah.
I mean, the way Mariah Carey owns December, my father owns October.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no
So
shit.
that song starts running just around the clock, which made grieving even a little more complicated.
Right. October's always a tough
When
one.
I realized the real cultural significance of Ghostbusters was
Yeah.
in the first of the remakes, not with Melissa McCarthy and them, but the new ones with Paul Rudd and with
My brothers.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And when they did the first one your brother did, when they did the Harold Ramis showing up as a ghost, right? Isn't that what happens at the end? And Bill Murray is in, and Dan Aykroyd. I was crying.
I was too.
Like watching the movie, I mean, I love Harold Ramis. I'm,
Me too.
SCTV a lot,
Totally.
And I was like, oh shit, these movies mean a lot to me. Like a lot to me. It took me by surprise.
It's true. And there seems to be like a nostalgia thing happening more than ever right now, where like, the 90s is back and like, we're so obsessed with nostalgia. I think they said like, there's some cute saying like nostalgia pays. I can't remember what it is.
Who wants to be in the present right now?
Yeah.
I mean,
Not with all the meds Tyler's on.
It's great here, guys. I'm having a great time. I don't know what everyone's talking
2026,
about.
am I right?
Yeah. It's going great. But yeah, the nostalgia bandwagon, which I think often repeats, but like my daughter is into CDs right now. She's like, where are your CDs? And I bought her like a VHS TV combo.
Yes.
So she watches all like VHS
Oh, that's
tapes
so
now in her room
cool.
with like headphones
Wow.
on. And she's got like a boom box I bought her and like a Discman.
My God.
I know. It's cool, man. I had to unbox I have a huge box
Do you
of like
remember the
400
CD
CDs.
case you'd have in
Oh,
your
of course.
car?
Oh,
I still
yeah.
have that one, and
You
it's
do?
like a time capsule. And I was like, "Oh my god, I was listening to this."
I think I just got rid of it when we moved back from Toronto, and I miss it.
Mine was like made me feel really cool about myself.
There
it
you
was
go.
It was like I'm a guy who is of discerning taste. Like for real, I was like, "You're cooler than most."
You looking in the
That's
mirror
true,
and
yeah.
just
Yes,
sliding through.
Pulled down the car visor and just looked at myself, looking through my CDs.
You guys, I loved this. My son, my older guy, 12 years old, they had something where they had to learn a new skill for school, and he picked electric guitar, and the song he chose to learn was Green Day's Brain Stew.
Oh,
Darn it.
damn it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he started playing that, and I was like, why am I crying?
Right.
Like, I felt so emotional,
Oh, yeah.
even though he had no idea what the song was about.
Right.
But there's a lot happening there for you. That
Yes.
song, the nostalgia, your kid, you're proud of your kid picking up
Yes,
the
it's
guitar.
true. It's
You got,
layered. It's
yeah,
layered.
it's very layered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what gets like at the end of year rallies at our school. They always get the middle school honor band up there, and
Yeah.
they'll play like a Coldplay song, and you're just like, oh
Yeah.
my
Why am I
god.
weeping?
The high school band, my daughter is 15 now and she's in the high school band and she sings, and they did their high school showcase and she played songs that I don't actually like that much. It was what's that one by Creed? I'm 6 feet from the edge, and I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't like Creed. I was like really moved. I was
Look
like,
at that
I fucking
photograph.
love this song, man. I love it. I always love this song.
I think
They
I'm
played like
thinking Nickelback.
Wonderwall by Oasis, and I was like, I love it. I never was an Oasis fan.
Yeah, me neither.
But it's the nostalgia and your
It
kid
is.
up there, and she's like, she's got the mic and she's
Well,
like grooving. I was like,
And
what?
sometimes they're
And she
arranged.
sang?
Yeah, she's the lead singer of the high school band. Yeah,
Tyler.
Hey, we love the community that is forming around this. So, I mean, Tyler, you're sending personal messages to
Direct
some Patreon
messages
people
to every new follower.
on
Supporter.
Patreon, supporter on Patreon. That's right. So community and support, these are the things that we are all about. And we want to expand the community. We would love it if you could support us by coming to our Patreon. It's patreon.com/ILYSM pod. And you can be a part of you can be a love bug.
Where are you at with that right now? Are you like creating something as we speak? Are you developing a new thing?
Yeah, and the writing has been, it's hard when you're known for one thing. You can really get in your head about like my fans, whatever that means.
You have a
expect
lot of fans.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when you're known for one thing.
Yeah.
That you want to both satiate and feed this incredible thing and this connection you have. But also at the same time, I'm so curious about so many different things. So it's, I've written a few things where I'm like, you also, if you're lucky enough, and I mean lucky enough, to have something that runs for several years, you know what the commitment is.
Mm-hmm.
So I get cold feet sometimes about being like there was something about to go, and I was like, well, hold on.
Yeah.
Because then it just takes over your life. And if you're in front of the camera and behind the camera, it's a different price.
Right.
So I want to make sure this next thing, I don't know, that it's the right commitment.
Like you want it to really matter. Like it needs to be the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't think about that. Like we've talked about the fear of success on the show.
Right.
Like where that thing kicks in where you're like, well, what if that changes everything? What if I have to do that now all the time?
You know what it is, Tyler? It's not even the fear of success, which I've definitely studied. It's more of my show ended, and within 3 months, my kid got hit with this illness that is, I mean, all encompassing. I don't know what kid I'm going to have every morning. And so the idea of leaving him right now, and he was 6 when he got diagnosed.
Right.
So that was, you think when you have a baby, I spent so many nights feeling guilty about leaving my babies to make the show. And the truth is, when they're babies, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like it does. Of course, they need love. They need food. They need, and on the weekends, I was all that.
Right.
Tune in. But when they're older, when they're 6+, when they're 15, they really need a parent.
In a very different way. Yeah.
And so I'm both, look, I'm pro working parent, and I'm trying to figure out if I am lucky enough to have another show that goes, what's the show that, makes me step away from my very hands-on parenting duties at the moment.
Probably a show with me in it.
Probably,
you and I doing a show together. Yeah, I think that would have to be the thing.
Yeah, okay, I'll write on it.
I wanted to work with you again from the first moment.
From the second I
met you, I was like, we just had the thing,
Totally.
And everybody on set was like, oh my God.
I know.
You should have your own show, man. It was like.
And we were like 14 years old. Not really. But
we
were so
were babies.
Young.
I remember where it really, really gelled for me was like you were walking away and I was in an off-camera shot.
Yeah.
And I made a fart sound effect and you went with it. You went and you like pretended that it was your fart. And I was like, that's it. She's my comedic partner.
Yes, and did your
my partner.
Fart.
Yeah, you were my partner in that moment.
I thought you were about to do it and I was going to live.
Yeah.
I'm like, I still got you.
No, that was going to be a wet, stinky one.
Tyler.
Yeah, I know. We've really
That's the injections for you.
Covered a lot of ground on this one. I was hanging out with Michaela Watkins.
My girl.
Yes, and Fred. And we were talking about you, and she mentioned, she was like, oh, she asked me to like present this award to her. Yeah. Or I got asked to present an award to her. And she was like, and I didn't do a lot of preparation. I thought it was kind of and she was like, and then I got there, and holy fuck. It was like, she was a huge deal. Like you were, she's like this celebrated like superstar for this show. And I had no idea. And I was like,
excuse me, is there anyone who works more than Michaela Watkins?
Well, but it's like, it's all optics, right? It's like, we think she was being very candid about where she's at with work, but yes, she works all the time.
She's
but I think she just didn't know the juggernaut that the show had become, especially in Canada.
Right.
And she was just like, oh, this is like Schitt's Creek famous. This is like, it's like up there with in the canon of like shows that broke through. You know what I mean?
I don't know about that, but it definitely.
I think so.
It's changed stuff, and it's. I'll tell you what, the fans of the show are fans of the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a huge group of. I thought it was just moms, but what's always so wild is how frequently I'm catching whatever you have.
I know. This is me every day.
You just always cough?
There's a peptide
I think there's a shot for that. You beat me.
You have to inject it right
in. You beat me to it.
I got you. Yeah.
There's a peptide for it.
I'm talking to my pharmacogenetic psychiatrist about it tomorrow.
You keep adding an adjective every time you mention the doctor.
Yeah. Pharmacogen. I can't.
You're just adding colors at this point.
Yeah.
You're like C3PO.
Yeah, my turquoise pharmacogenetic.
There we go. Definitely turquoise if it's functions.
Advanced de-escalation advisor.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, the fans don't look as I thought they would look. It's not just moms.
Yeah.
it's freaking dads, it's grandpas, it's busboys, less grandpas.
Yeah.
Less grandpas.
But still there.
But they're there.
Still represented.
We got a couple of them.
We're telling human stories, right? I mean, the thing is, we have to gender everything. I mean, I don't know. It's just like I had a mom. I was married to a mom.
Yeah.
It's like my co-partner's a mom.
Yeah.
It's like I get it, man.
So brave of you to share that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was once being interviewed I think it was like late enough in the season where I'd like, you have your talking points, you have to do it. And right when the show would air, you would have to do a bunch of press.
Yeah.
And I was doing one like, crack of dawn morning breakfast show.
Great.
Kind of thing. And there was a guy who clearly had never seen a second of the show, which is fine. He was just doing his job. He's getting people coming in every morning. I have compassion for this gentleman. But he was like, now, Workin Moms. And he like took a long beat, and I was like,
already hate him. What the fuck are you gonna say?
Yeah,
Careful.
exactly.
Yeah.
I think I took a long draw of my coffee, and he goes, "Having a mother yourself, did you use that?"
Deep.
And
You dug for that one.
I think I started laughing hysterically. I'm trying to remember. I blacked out. I was just like, I used being the daughter of a mother.
Yeah.
All the time.
Right.
Those morning shows though, like I remember, like I've done so many press junkets,
I bet
right?
you have.
And you wake up and they're like, hey, we have like 4 morning drive shows for you this morning, and it's all like, hey, it's Snowball and the Gator, here we are on our way to work, and they're like, hey, I've got Tyler LeBain here, what's going on from TV's what is it again, what you're just like, oh my god, fucking kill me, or whatever the fuck their names are, man. You're just like, yeah, it's always like,
you know what my new tick is? I always say, I'll do it, but tell them I love, that air horn noise?
oh my god, I was gonna try to make it. Yeah.
I make them do it. I go, cue that air horn. I make them do it a lot.
They all do it. Eventually, they all do it anyway. But yeah, I like that you took control of the situation.
I took control of the situation.
Like it's on my terms, man.
My terms, man.
They're like, hey, Tyler, tell us about your show that's on the air. Well,
air horn.
Yeah, great. That's all the time we have, Tyler. Thank you very much. Enjoy your drive.
Snowball and the Gator.
I'm not a commuter. Snowball and the Gator, yeah. I mean, insert any ridiculous name here.
But only that, actually. It's the greatest name you've ever come up with.
Wasn't there a guy named Man Cow who had a morning show for a long time?
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it K-Rock? No.
K-Rock.
Might have been. Well, I've done the Kevin
that.
and Dean show. So many goddamn.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, those
Kevin
guys,
Dean.
they weren't even in the same studio for like 20 years.
Isn't that wild?
He lived in like Oregon. One of them.
Did you ever do Ralph Garman?
Yeah.
Did you ever do, what was it called?
Yeah, I did his show, and I did
God, I loved
Dr.
him.
Drew. I did Loveline.
Oh yeah,
with Biggs,
Loveline.
yeah. But Ralph gave me, and I still have these in my house. I came in because I knew Ralph personally, and I came into his office one day when I was doing Kevin and Bean. He was like, "Hey, man,"
Such a sweet guy.
And he's like, "Do you like He-Man?" And I was like, "Yeah, I love He-Man." He's like, "I thought so." He's like,
I thought so.
Yeah, you look like a He-Man guy. And he was like, "I got these He-Man." They just did like a limited edition re-release of the original He-Man dolls.
Oh my
he's
God.
like, "Do you want a couple of these?" And he's like,
couple?
I only have Goatman and Hordak left. I was like, "I'll take those. Are great, man." So I have Goatman and Hordak in their like Lou Scheimer like commemorative boxes. Like they're not even it's like the cardboard box around the collectible box.
Right.
Those are in my front hall, and my partner is like,
Garmin.
"It's so nerdy that they're not even on
Did you
display.
say it's in the
they're
front
just
hall?
yeah, they're in the front, right
presenting
when you
them.
walk into the foyer of
First
the
thing you
house.
see.
They're right there, and they're just brown cardboard boxes that say He-Man. You don't even see the dolls; they're inside the protective. So she's like, "What? Like, what
This
are
is not a
these to
thing.
you?"
You got to put them back in storage. Tyler, it
love-
doesn't make any sense. You can't even see them.
You'd be amazed how many conversations it starts,
I bet it does.
especially with men my age.
I'm sure it's fascinating.
Why do you?
What's in the box, man?
Was He-Man? Which He-Man dolls are those? It says
Now,
right
do you
there.
open the box and show it to them?
No.
Ugh.
They know what a He-Man and they know what Hordak and what I say is Hordak and Goatman.
Goat man is what you
I do
said.
not know what those look like.
So in the
You're lost.
entryway to your house
Yeah.
are
Well, I
two
can come
sealed
over and see
boxes
it.
with no window
Yeah.
of not the star of He-Man.
No. Yeah, like characters that nobody gives a shit about. Well, Hordak was pretty cool. But
Look, Hordak's pretty cool.
I have
Hordak
not
is actually-
I've not noticed those boxes.
you haven't?
No,
They're
we have
very-
not had
they're
a.
very,
we have not had a. It never started a conversation for
They're
us.
very eye-catching.
Oh. Yeah, you following it up with it started a lot of really interesting conversations.
Yeah,
Makes
yeah.
me all of a sudden have a heart out again.
We're talking. Oh, but we're talking about it right now.
It's true, and it's fascinating.
The new He-Man is coming out. Do we want to talk about?
Tyler.
You know what's funny though?
No, Catherine and I do not want to talk about
My
it.
Yeah,
12-year-old is like really into collectibles, like into like Pokemon collectible cards, and it's amazing. I'm because that is a holdover for me. Like I collected, but I didn't collect like other kids. I would
Were you
go.
a big collector?
I was a kind of. It was all about future financial gain. I
Right.
was not a sports kid. I
You
wasn't
were
like,
investing in the future.
I would go to like the store and pick out, I would have like a Beckett guide that would tell me which cards were trending monetarily up or down.
Right.
And I would go in and pick out the ones under the glass and I do the whole thing.
You take care of them?
Yeah. I had a really, really expansive and valuable collection.
No wonder you gave your daughter a CD player and a TV with a VCR. You're like, I am going to preserve.
Yeah. Don't touch it. Don't ever use the VCR.
Don't use it.
No.
You just dust it once a day?
Yeah. And then I'll put it in the front hall.
That's right. Front hall in a box.
Yeah.
What's in there? You wouldn't believe.
I'm not going to show you. You just use your imagination. But they will lose their value if I take them out of the thing. Even once, they got to stay mint condition.
Tyler, duh. I mean,
thank you.
You gotta keep it in the box.
Yeah.
Never play with it. Never enjoy it.
Never. No. Until I make that sweet.
That sweet
Green.
ka-ching.
Yeah.
Horvath, I hear, is going for a killing right now.
Hordak currently is worth about $450.
Bro.
Oh.
Yeah. And Goatman is, I don't know.
I'm glad you know that, actually.
And
Yeah.
Goatman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
no.
check.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but I want to ask you, do you have any
Collectibles?
or hobbies or things that you do that you're a little bit like, that's a little bit
Oh,
nerdy?
cringy stuff?
Yeah. Or just like guilty pleasure or nerdy.
I think I'm pretty traditionally cool, I guess.
Just raw dogging everything.
Just raw talking.
Raw dogging your coolness even.
What do I do that's embarrassing and cool?
It doesn't have to be embarrassing, but do you have any like
Guilty pleasures.
Yeah,
Guilty
or like
pleasures.
hobbies.
I really used to. I feel like I used to have a lot more fun.
Yeah.
I feel like I've lost fun.
Yeah.
I used to be more fun, I think.
There's different we swap out like kind of innocent, easy fun for like more complicated and more rewarding fun, I think. But that's what the He-Man dolls are for me. I haven't collected shit in years.
Yeah, no, it's
since
fun
I
to
was
have
like
something.
15
I've got
years
something.
old. Okay, go.
What do you think of this?
Yeah.
I because I have to go to a lot of like basketball tournaments for my 12-year-old. He's like super into sports. I've started to eat fast food again in a way that's very fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where, like-
nostalgia.
Yeah, kind of. Where I'm like, you want to try Taco Bell? Buckle up. Buckle up.
Yes. I took
And
my
it
kids
is
to
fun.
Taco Bell for the first time like
It's
2
thrilling.
months
Oh,
ago.
it's so good.
It's
Yeah.
thrilling.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I grew up on that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it was not stigmatized the way, or maybe it was.
Oh, we did something fun last night. We did a bake off where me and my big kid, who's just like me, and Phil and my little kid did like where we both baked something but we had to be our own judges, which it felt a little biased.
You did
like a Top Chef.
Top Chef. What's the one called? where they have
British
the,
Bake
no,
Off?
no, no, the mystery boxes.
Iron Chef?
Iron Chef.
No, the one with Ted Allen who hosts where they four chefs compete. They have
Snowball and the Gator.
my God, nobody knows what I'm talking about.
I'm sure it's a big payoff when you say it, though.
Yeah, now it just feels like I've made too big of a deal out of it.
Maybe.
Anyway, you guys had to judge your own food.
These sort of things where it's like, and it was my husband who's like very detailed and wants to make this like elaborate thing, and then
Chopped.
Chopped.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
Continue. If I didn't say it then, I was going to forget again. All right. Also, you've been chopped.
Yeah.
Elaborate.
Wasn't Chopped also after Top Chef? It was like the
I
sad.
think so. Yeah, it was like a weak, like little cousin.
It was like oh, we got to get on that Top Chef.
Like you
chain.
couldn't get on Top Chef, but you could get on.
You can get on Chopped.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved Top Chef.
Yeah.
I guess reality TV would be another guilty pleasure. Isn't it funny that as a society we're obsessed with watching food we'll never eat?
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
It is weird. I think all of that, like mukbang and like watching like food porn stuff.
What is
like,
it?
I don't know, but I kind of get it. I watch it. And I'm like, but like if an alien civilization was watching, or they dug up old tapes of people literally eating an impossible amount of food on the internet.
Yep.
Like that looks like
disgusting,
dystopian. Like what happened to this race of people? They just like watch each other eat like ridiculous amounts of food.
It's very District 12.
Yeah,
Yes.
totally. It's very like Big Brother too.
It's weird.
Like this, it's gross, but we do
Then
it.
again, there we are.
I'm going to ask you a question. So, but we do talk about toxic masculinity on here. And
Yes,
so, like, what do you think is the opposite of toxic masculinity? And what do you mean? What I mean is, like, what do you think? What to you is positive masculinity?
What is positive masculinity? Well, mother of two boys here. And I was telling you a little bit earlier that it's like, the second you get pregnant and they discover it's a boy, I was saying that like you get this immediate, like, you better raise good men.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
Especially when you're like, when you're raised in the 90s, like your idea of what, and as two males who are of that age, I'm sure you're like, God, The opposite of toxic masculinity or a healthy male. I mean, obviously being able to access emotion, express yourself in a healthy way. What you guys are more studied on this. You educate me.
Well, I think Catherine.
Yeah.
I have to explain.
We can mansplain to yeah.
All I want is that air horn right now.
No, that's all you need to say is like, I think being able to communicate effectively and navigate your emotions, I think is something that was not prioritized for 90s or 80s babies. Like we were just taught like, oh, just shove it all under the rug and just be strong and, lie till you get the girl. And like, it was all just like toxic messaging, like, don't cry.
Do you feel though that there's like, don't cry. Yeah. Do you feel like there's also though, and maybe this is my pendulum swinging the other way where I'm like, yeah, but you guys could be guys. It's cool. Like, do you ever feel like there's some innately male things that you're like, we've been shamed out of saying now where you're like, I don't know. I watch my husband who's very masculine. So masculine.
Right.
But I feel like sometimes I watch him and I'm like, he's been so told not to gaslight, not to, you list all these phrases.
Mansplain, all this stuff.
Mansplain, don't interrupt, don't walk ahead of me, don't. And like, sometimes I'm like, he doesn't mean anything bad. He's so like instinctively wants to walk first. He wants to, there's also the ADHD that makes him like probably interrupt. Am I just explaining like a very toxic male? I'm like,
no. I'm actually really into what you're saying because like that is what we're all trying to figure out, right? Like there are elements of masculinity that are inherent in us, right? That's
right.
Science.
Right.
But then there's learned traits and learned behaviors. But the line between some of them, I'm like, I don't know, man, because they're informing each other clearly, or we never would have had these tropes, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's why we ask people, like, I think in general, most people kind of say what you're saying is like, it's kind of common sense. Like if you're damaging people with your masculinity, that's probably pretty toxic, right? But if you're reinforcing good things or like just embracing these inherent sort of differences between men and women that aren't hurting us.
And embracing the spectrum of what it is to be male.
Yeah.
Like I think anything, same for female. Look, for females, it's complicated because for so long we were told we couldn't be bosses or in charge or, most of my employees when I was running the show were men twice my age.
Right.
And it was really hard to earn their respect. Most of the time I would see the shot that I requested and it wasn't the shot I requested. You just have to start to learn how to communicate. And I often was pretending to be my dad. Like I would put on a voice, like lower my voice. You start like playing what you think would garner more respect. And the truth is like in the spectrum, but I naturally I'm sort of directorial. I'm naturally like there's certain things that you go, oh, this is where I am on the spectrum of a female. And I imagine the spectrum of male is very similar where some are naturally, more alpha or more beta or more emotional, or maybe some guys aren't as comfortable with their emotion, but they also, and their way of dealing with it is teasing or I don't know. I feel like it's
no, you're right, man. And it's like, it is a mire.
It's a mire.
And we're all just kind of navigating these murky waters, right?
Yeah.
And the reason why we wanted to ask this question initially was because like that was a lightning rod term. Like everyone was like toxic masculinity.
Totally.
And I was like, well, what the fuck is even masculinity? Before we start saying that everything is toxic, what is masculinity? And that question is, I think,
is it just literally the expectation to be something that you're not as a male?
I think probably, that's a pretty simple way to put it.
Like,
like the pressure to be a thing that you don't naturally feel like
that you feel
fits into,
and that varies depending on the male.
Yeah. So the goalposts are always moving, really.
Right.
Well, it's an individual thing, right? Yeah. I mean, we can't, it's not just one thing, right?
Well, we don't talk about that a lot on this show. Like what you just said, which is like. Maybe the pendulum swung a little too far, right? Like you can't be any of these things. But I think it's starting to swing back a little bit where there are things that we like about men being men. Some things are kind of adorable.
Some things are
it's
comforting.
like a little bit silly and adorable. It's like if they need that, those goofy men, they can have that.
I find peace in some of it. Yeah.
Some of them are pretty traditional kind of male tropes.
Right. And some suck.
Like I like to fix things, and I'm not very good at it. I have a lot of tools and I don't really know how to use a lot of them.
There's an injection.
I buy tools and shit because my dad was like that. And it was like,
it's also what our dad did.
Well, I don't like to fix things and I'm bad at it.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty masculine.
Another male trope right there, just like, just lazy.
That's right. The Homer Simpson of
I can't do that. I changed a tire. I have a electric car. The tires are different Thank you. Thank you. That was authentic. That was that clapping
that was good.
Yeah. And I changed the tire and I immediately called my dad because they were really complicated. They had like anti-theft locks on the bolts and like they had to get out like in the front of the car there was this like electric pump that would pump up the tire because it's a collapsed tire and I'd never seen any of this shit. And I figured it out on the side of the road.
That's amazing.
I cut myself on the tires because there's
cool.
like, you know, and I did think it was cool. I was like, yeah, I'm like bleeding on the tire.
Horvath has never done that.
Yeah, no, Horvath, but he lived in the slime pit, which was pretty brutal. To be fair,
I have no idea.
I've never had to navigate a slime pit.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. Actually, I kind of have. Children, just the slime pit all the time.
I
but
went
anyway,
to addiction.
My first instinct was like, Dad, check it out. And he was like,
yeah,
oh, great. Good for you. I was like, no, you don't understand.
No.
It's like a really complicated tire. My hands are cut. And he was like, oh, that's cool.
He's like, Tyler.
He's like, good for you, son. I'm not sure what
He's
you
like,
want
I'm
from me.
just on
but like,
eBay.
Yeah.
What are you selling? I gotta go.
I gotta go.
Yeah. No,
he was
like,
some peptides.
He's like, Tyler, congrats. You're a man now.
He basically said, like, I don't know what you need from me, but like,
changing a tire
good
is
for you.
such an amazing thing. I cannot do that.
I had changed tires. This was like a whole new set of rules and like doohickeys and gadgets. Like I remember like a
and
tire
our next
iron
episode will be a tutorial on it. So Catherine Reitman,
Tyler does.
Yeah, Tyler changes a tire. Thank you very, very much. Oh, it was so fun to meet you.
I missed so much of it. Yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that's so good.
And we do want to shout out Studio 1042 for always producing. Love you guys.
Awesome.
And then of course all of our patrons on our Patreon. I know, Catherine, you're going to get in there. You're going to become a love bug. We really appreciate it. We love the support. Roblin, thank you. Our big love bug.
Premium love bug.
Premium love bug. We appreciate you so much. And of course, everyone watching, listening, give us a subscribe, follow, whatever you're doing.
Like and smash that button.
Yes.
Comment below.
Comment below. Yes. Listen to Catherine. She knows what she's talking about.
Thank you. We love you so much.
We love you so much.
Love you so much.